have log base 2, 5, plus log base 4, 36, plus log base half, 15. So what these have in common is we could all make all of these log base 2. So the shortcuts plus this here, the 4, I know it's 2 squared, 36 plus, and when you have a base that is a fraction, the shortcut is to make that base the same as this one, make it 2 instead of a half, to change this sign. If it's a plus, you make it negative. If it's a negative, you make it plus. So you could just change this sign, and then that allows you to make the base 2 instead of a half, 15. So that's one. This is the first shortcut that if you have a base that's a fraction, you could change it to a non-fraction by changing the sign in front of that. How about here? You see this exponent right here. Let me just rewrite this. This exponent here, I just go 1 over that exponent, which becomes 1/2 log base 2, 36 minus log base 2, 15. Now the next thing I'm going to do is this is going to be log base 2, 5 plus, I'm going to bring the exponent down to the 36 log base 2, 36 to the power of 1/2 and minus log base 2, 5. So far so good. Now this becomes log base 2, 5 plus to the power of 1/2 is the same as the square root. So this is the same as the square root of 36. So that becomes log base 2, 6, because the square root of 36 is 6 minus log base 2, 5, which in turn equals log base 2. Now I'm going to combine the logs since all of them have the same base and there's nothing in front of the log here. You know, like here you have something in front of the log, you won't be able to combine them until you get rid of that thing in front of the log. The log has to be free on the left, each one, to be able to combine them. Now you can combine them. You get 2. Since these are added, you multiply the 5 and 6. And since this is minus, you divide by, sorry, that's a 15 there. Divide by the 15. And this equals log 5 times 6 is 30. 30 divided by 15 is 2. So that becomes log base 2, 2. And log base 2, 2 equals 1. So that's the answer for that. Now, let's look at the logic of how this came about. And if you want to know how this happened, let's first of all talk about the change of base. Log base ax equals log x over log a. So what you could do, you could change log base ax from base a to log base 10, and you make that log x over log a. You're allowed to do this. So now let's take the log 36 base 4, or log base 4, 36. How I was able to change it from here to there? Okay. So now let's just change that into log 36 over log 4. That's change of base. Now I'm going to change this into log 36 over log 2 to the power of 2, which allows me now to change this to log 36 over, I could bring the exponent down in front of the log. So that 2, I just brought it to the front. Now you see this here. I could take it back to this. So going from here to there. So log 36 divided by log 2, I could just change it to log 236, which is this. And this 2 here is still underneath the fraction, so it goes right there. And that's what makes it 1/2 log base 236. And that's how we got that. Okay. How about the second part of this? Can I erase this? It's the same kind of thing. Now, this here, log 15, or log base half 15. I'm going to do change of base again. So this becomes log 15 over log half, which in turn becomes log 15 over, I'm going to change the half to 2 to the negative 1, because half is really 2 to the negative 1. And then it's going to be log 15. And I'm going to bring the exponent down, so that's negative 1 log 2. Now again, this part right here is this, so I'm just going to go back and change it to that. So that becomes log base 2, 15. And that negative 1 is on the bottom, but on the bottom is the same divided by negative 1. Just get rid of that and make it negative right here. And that's what we did there. So you could go through all of that kind of work and get to there, or just know that if it's the base is fraction, change that sign and make that non-fraction by making it 2. And here, if you want to make that the same as this base, 4, you could make it 2 to the power of 2. And know that 2, you could make it 1/2 in front of the whole log. And I think remembering that is better than going through all of that stuff.